Well, we talked about the winner of the Daytona 500, but there was a lot of good stories down in Daytona. I don't think you can look very far without looking at Ross Chastain, the winner he's gone through. Thought he had a full-time Xfinity ride. It got taken away from him with some sponsor situations getting closed down. I mean, I'm not sure he did anything wrong the entire time he was at Daytona. Just had a solid speed week.
Yeah, he really did an outstanding job in the Xfinity race on Saturday. He did a good job running up front. And then Sunday to come out here and get his best finish. Just did a really good job of keeping things there and in the hunt.
In the truck race as well. Saw him up front in the truck race. My man went from not having many rides to having more than he knows what to do with.
Triple duty. Triple duty.
That alone is winning.
No doubt, no doubt. No, I was happy to see Ross run up front, but it wasn't just Ross. There's some other organizations that needed good runs, and some had some.
Yeah, Hendrick Motorsports, you know, I think that we all probably beat them up pretty bad last year, and they'll be the first to admit they had an off year for them. But I think they came back this year, had fast race cars at Daytona. The drivers did an outstanding job. They didn't have the best of luck when it came to the Daytona 500, but they performed at a very high level. Think that that's going to lead to good things for them.
And they need it, man. They need something good to happen. William Byron, I think he needs something good, and he was a lot of the show on Sunday.
Yeah.
He was always forcing the tempo. Did not look like a rookie out there. Had a very fast race car. Not the day they wanted as far as the end of it, but I think there's a tremendous amount to build on from William Byron. And right there, huge thing. It had nothing to do, could have done anything, got stuck behind the 20 with his problems, and that was a huge role in the race.
Yeah, it was kind of what set him up for failure towards the end, with putting because they pitted after that. They lost so many spots and then ended up in a couple of the wrecks.
Yeah, that's, I think, why they're listed as the losers of Daytona, just because they got caught up in the wrecks, not their performance. One driver, though, I'm not sure if it was a positive or a negative. Jimmie Johnson had an up-and-down week down in Daytona. I mean, it started with winning the Clash, controversial, then having an accident in the 150s. Then how about this, DJ? On pit road at pit road speed, this is definitely not your type of weekend when you get run over here.
You know, you're just doing your job. You know, you've got down to pit road speed, and all you're doing is looking ahead, and all of a sudden you get run over from behind. But, you know, these are the crazy things that happen in the sport.
And he was a lot of the talk.
Yeah.
Let's say.
You don't
in the
say.
first two races. Why does he keep hitting people, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, then on Sunday, as luck would have it, you get run into. That's just the way things go.
So I'll say one thing, though. I was down there Saturday walking through the Cup Garage. Last year, with the pressure, the lack of performance, I didn't see a lot of smiles out of Hendrick Motorsports camp in general. Saturday, I ran into Alex Bowman, pretty chirpy. I ran into Chad Knaus, working on the race car, big smile on his face. So I think that's a lot of positives and optimism. We'll see if it pays off when they get to Vegas, but there's definitely, Atlanta, but there's optimism.
It's interesting you said that, because I thought the entire garage had kind of a little, I don't know what it was. You know, normally it's very tense, like, oh, it's the Daytona 500, but the entire garage seemed to be a little more upbeat. I'm not sure what was going on, but it was more relaxed than what I can remember. But, you know, some other guys that I thought were winners, I think we have to talk about Ryan Preece. I mean, Ryan Preece, we saw him there late in the race. He did a great job of missing that wreck. His first full-time year of driving a Cup car, to come with a new situation, to leave here in 8th, build some positive momentum. Now, it's going to get more difficult. There's no question as they move to Atlanta. Can this team perform like they did at Atlanta, like they did at Daytona? Can they perform at Atlanta? The pressure's going to get higher for him. But a really good start with this new team. Yeah,
he's so very talented, but you can just see there a little inexperience at the end. He wasn't exactly sure what to do, where he wanted to be. But gosh, experienced drivers have been in that situation too. But really, really pleased to see that, and really happy for him, because this is a young man that's worked hard to get himself in this position.
And Matt Dibenedetto, like, man,
wow.
Like when he called the pack. You and I were texting each other when he called the pack, when he was trying to lap those guys. I'm like, don't lap them, don't lap them, leave them alone. But he was digging, man. I mean, you could see, like, when you take a guy that's not used to leading laps and you give him laps and you put that guy in the front, he's going to force the tempo. Yeah. And that's what we saw from him. He got those lap cars and he was like digging, he was juking and jiving. I think eventually they said, hey, man, just get back behind them. We don't need to be involved in this. But he was really fun to watch.
Yeah. Now, is this something that's going to happen every week with this driver and team? Probably not. But I think that they have the opportunity to do some really good things. This is a driver. in Matt that has always performed at a higher level than the equipment that he has been in. And now they have these Toyotas. They're moving in the right direction. And he's going to show. I think he's going to open some more eyes with some really good runs. But what a great job of driving he did yesterday in every respect. You know, it's unfortunate what happened because I really wanted to see. I thought that he would be somebody to watch at the end to see what moves were they willing to make, was he willing to make to try to win the Daytona 500.
Hey NASCAR fans, thanks for checking out the NBC Sports YouTube channel. Make sure you hit subscribe below for the latest NASCAR news, race highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.